Yo guys, this is Ryan, it's your favorite Russian talking, and first of all I want to make address a little issue. I know I haven't made videos in a couple days, and the reason why is because I injured my shoulder when I was weightlifting and working out. I think it was actually CrossFit, and basically I kinda was on the verge of slipping to the depression because as I made a goals for myself to lose weight, to actually get healthy, I could not work out for a good amount of time. And to be able to overcome that, I actually gonna make a video for everybody who is interested on my philosophy channel. This video is gonna be about Affliction Warlocks. Now, a lot of people ask me what I think about the Affliction locks. So a lot of people reached out to me on Facebook and they basically said that, hey, Affliction lock is weak, I hate the class, I bought the Legion, I'm probably not gonna be even playing the game. Well, the thing is, and they asked me what do I think about Affliction locks at the later levels of the game. Well, Affliction lock is actually not bad at all. It's a fairly strong class and has an amazing burst capability with UA. Wait, what? Yep, with stacking UA. But the biggest thing about Affliction locks, they're not scaled right now. They're mostly like scaled till the end of the Legion, till the max level of the Legion. They're not scaled for what? That's how I think a few classes have a hard time playing Affliction lock on Worlds of Draenor at the moment. Another thing that we need to actually remember is that here we have Endless Affliction, and technically increases the damage of Unstable Affliction by 50%, because by itself it lasts for 7.2 seconds. And here if you add extra 4 seconds to the duration of Unstable Affliction, it actually adds up quite a bit of damage. And here you also reduce the global cooldown of all your curses, all your dots as well, plus a 6% haste. To the point where Affliction lock becomes extremely deadly in PvP on the right circumstances. It has its sustained damage, it has its windows of stacking UA burst damage, and of course it still has fairly good control. Not to bore you with anything, and I'm gonna be making guide for Affliction lock as well, as you guys want to. However, here I just want to show you the burst capability of the Affliction lock. So I'm gonna actually apply Agony on the most targets, and I'm gonna take off all the flask and all the other garbage buffs as well. And we just look at the coefficient and percentage damage. So here I'm gonna start stacking UA. So 1, 2, 3, pop my cooldowns, and just keep stacking, keep stacking, keep stacking. And 514k crit, 214k ticks on Affliction lock. Done properly, Affliction lock will rot everybody down to the ground. And let's look at some of the PvP scenarios. In beginning of the fight, your bread and butter is basically your corruption and your agony. Mostly actually agony. You have to apply that shit so much. That's why half a second global cooldown reduction on agony or corruption is just a godsend, because that way you will accumulate a lot of soul shards that will let you stack up that affliction, unstable affliction, for so much upcoming damage. It's unbelievable. So this is where you see there's a corruption, there's agony on a lot of targets, and I'm sitting at 5 shards. This is a good time to start stacking those UAs for the full-on burst. So there's a Frost Mage, he wants some 8. So I'm applying a couple affliction, unstable affliction, he starts cutting, but look at that damage. While he's cutting, most it's my dots. The guy goes down to about half HP, and the UA was critting for up to 161,000 damage. Now here I'm gonna lay out about 4 or 5 UAs on this warrior. I'm popping my Aura Mastery effect, and I'm just stacking those unstable afflictions like no tomorrow. And then you guys see 201,000 tick from UA. There was another Warlock on my team, and he did pretty good too. But if you guys can see, I also died twice, 2 more times than him, and I got twice as much killing blows, and I beat him on damage, and my #1 damage was UA instead of the other guy who had his #1 damage source was actually agony. Okay, so I did forget my webcam overlay when I was recording and I was doing skirmishes, but I still want to show this because this shows the strengths of a Shadow Cliff as I'm queuing with Unholy Decay, and I believe we have a Druid Healer as well. Now, before we get into that, let's get a few jokes out of the system. Oh my god, this guy looks like a rank 1 virgin. This guy makes a South Park nerd look handsome. But jokes aside, my friends, basically what I like here is the survivability of Affliction Lock. I put my casting circle and I'm casting Fierce. I'm casting pretty much everything in their faces without getting interrupted. And here I'm also actually casting Drain Life to say, hey, okay, DPS me as much as you want, fellas, but you're not gonna do much against me because Affliction Lock does have a decent survivability, actually. And if there is somebody tunneling Affliction Lock with a casting circle with a Drain Life spam, Affliction Lock can live for very, very long time. Now, the thing is I like about Shadow Cliff, by the way, somehow I got interrupted here. I have no idea how, because I was standing on this shit. But aside from that, Shadow Cliff looks really, really strong because there is just so much spread damage capability. But what I feel like they actually roll between the two classes, Unholy Decay and Affliction Lock, kinda got switched, where Affliction Lock will probably gonna try to do a lot of single target burst damage, where Unholy Decay will do a lot of spread pressure damage. I think that on average, Unholy Decay will do more spread pressure damage, especially with his just over the top kind of a Howling Blast build type of thing, where he spans Pandemic. But at the same time, Affliction Lock has so much single target rot capability that I wouldn't be surprised if Affliction Lock pairs up with Unholy Decay, where Unholy Decay rots the team, that provides double grip to get melee off of the Affliction Lock, and Affliction Lock just goes ham with the UAs stacking. If you guys look at the damage meter here, now I only did 9.7k damage, but look at my healing, 3 million healing. While just standing and free casting too. And this is, by the way, I haven't played Affliction Lock in a long time. I believe I can do better. Here, basically what we have is we have a double trouble Feral and Boomkin. Well, not really much of a trouble because Affliction, the only squishy targets between all of us is actually Unholy Decay. Also, that's why I like Shadow Cliff, because Affliction Lock can provide pills, and if you let Affliction Lock to free cast, they'll do tons of damage. However, you still kind of have to get on Holy Decay because he is more squishy than Affliction Lock, which is kind of paradoxical. So again, notice applying Agony and Corruption first. Now that I'm getting some stacks, it's time to actually stack some UAs. This Boomkin goes down and dies. And then now we're up against the Feral, which Feral is actually also not gonna do much, again, on his own. I got my almost to 20 stacks of Agony, and I can apply 3 UA stacks here as well. So that will take him relatively hard. However, if I would have gotten a couple more stacks, they would have been so much more damage. Now here we have basically facing against Prat Poly and the Demon Hunter. As Unholy Decay Affliction Lock, this is a really like just scary comp to face against. But if you notice that they decided to focus me not on Holy Decay, and here was relatively easy face roll for me. So I played a bunch of UAs here, and just both teammates, they rot. They rot to the pressure of 2 Shadow classes that I enjoy playing, and I'm really looking forward to playing Affliction Decay and Holy Decay combo. Affliction Lock and Holy Decay combo. I'm gonna be playing both Affliction and Unholy Decay. If somebody wants to roll with me in a Legion, let me know, guys. I'm playing on US, by the way. So, with that said, the protection Poly is like a raid boss, and after he dies, look at the damage. 4.8 million damage and 2.5 million healing. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you want me to make more videos for you guys, let me know what you want to see in the description down below. And please repay me gratitude by liking and sharing this video as well. Thank you guys, and до свидания.